This week I used our new crosscut sled to make my first mortise and tenon joints.
And the results were awesome. Plus, we'll share a few of our favorite maker videos of the week. But first, it's time for a maker break.
Hey guys, I'm Rob.
And I'm Sarah. And this week, Rob tried something new with the crosscut sled.
I did. Yep, my wife asked me for this simple planter stand, and I figured it was the perfect time to make my first mortise and tenon. After building the crosscut sled last week, I was anxious to use it for a project. So when my wife showed me this plant stand on Pinterest, I knew it'd be the perfect opportunity to make my first mortise and tenon joints. So first I gathered all my parts: the sled, the plant, a scrap 1x2, a knife, a square, a basic set of chisels, my HART brushless drill, and some instructions I made in SketchUp. The first thing I did was cut the 1x2 to size, 14 inches for the legs and 7.5 inches for the crossbars. To make the 14-inch cuts, I used a block against the fence for reference. I cut the 4 legs and then clamped a block to the sled to make my cuts for the 2 crossbars. Now, this time around I used my knife to mark the wood. I learned this from watching Jonathan Katz-Moses. By doing this, I could make sure that I was getting a very precise cut with the sled. I can just slide the piece forward until the carbide tip of the blade rests perfectly into the groove I cut with my knife, and it worked really well. Alright, it's time to make my tenons and the crossbars. To do that, I measured the length of the tenons and marked it on the wood. Then I marked the depth of the cut, 1/4 inch on the side as well. Now again, this allowed me to adjust the table saw blade to the exact spot I needed. As you can see, the first pass wasn't quite deep enough, but I didn't notice, so I made all the cuts. Once I realized I was wrong, I simply lifted the blade slightly and cut again until it was perfect. Then I just had to rotate the piece to make the same cut on all 4 sides. The results? I now have a nearly perfect tenon. I simply repeated this process on both ends of my crossbars. Finally, I needed to cut a notch in each one so they could join together with a lap joint. To do that, I measured out the center point and then marked a 3/4 inch square. I used a stop block on the sled again to help me get accurate cuts on either side of the notch, and then did the rest by hand. They slid together perfectly. Then it was time to cut my mortises. Now, to do this accurately, you really need a drill press or a plunge router, neither of which I have. But I found a few guys online doing this with a hand drill, so I decided to give it a shot. I marked out my mortise with a knife and clamped it down to my bench. I really need to make a bench vise. After putting a piece of tape on my 1/4 inch bit to control my depth, I did my best to drill as perpendicular as possible and drilled out the mortise. After a few holes, I used chisels to cut out the waste. Now, this wasn't easy. I think it's partially due to cheap, dull chisels and also due to the fact that I was using softwood, which often mushed instead of cut. After I finally cleaned out the mortise, I test fit the tenons, and if it was too tight, I simply sanded the tenons until I got a really nice tight fit. I test fit all the joints together and they were amazingly strong, even with no glue or fasteners. One of my joints was slightly off, so the leg wasn't perfectly vertical. I offered to fix it, but my wife liked it how it was. I then took it apart and glued each joint to make sure it never came apart. I sanded the bottom of the legs until it sat flat, and that was it. My wife found a spot for it on our fireplace, and we added yet another natural pine piece to the living room. I'm gonna be honest, making these mortise and tenon joints was insanely satisfying to do. I highly recommend you give it a shot.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it's super unfair that I can't be here when you're making these things.
Yeah, I agree. All right, how about this? After we wrap this up, I'll actually help you make your first mortise and tenon.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes! But first, let's take a look at a few of our favorite maker videos of the week. Mark from Gunflint Designs got some beautiful cherry slabs from his grandfather and built a gorgeous dining room table with said heirloom material for his family to use every day.
April Wilkerson promised us all she'd replace that busted up tree house at our new shop, and this week she delivered. Look at that thing. She uses some custom treehouse hardware, which I had no idea even existed, and made a treehouse worthy of a tree party.
And over on Instagram, I found this industrial end table with a beautiful top and metal legs. It's so pretty, I want one.
Last week we built this crosscut sled, so you can click right here to watch it. Special thanks to HART for reminding us that we can build anything we can imagine if we do it with HART. All right, break's over.
Let's make something.